3 seconds of the podcast, everybody, and Kyle's already bitching at me.
That's good enough for government work.
Oh, that sound isn't though.
What's that?
It's like you rubbing your milk titties on the microphone when you walked by. I hated that.
That's a clip. That's a clip right there.
I am positive that you stroking your microphone will definitely gain us listeners on Apple Podcast and Spotify.
You think so?
For those on audio only, he just fit his entire mouth on his very large microphone. It was rather impressive. Okay, cool. Yeah. Hey, welcome to episode 2.
Was that the,
Fuck, Kyle.
was that the intro? Was that the intro?
I don't know, dude. You're like, we're so bad at this. We haven't even like deciphered who's the host. There's not a host. We are the talent.
We host.
Isn't this isn't it a co-host situation?
Talent.
I think that's what you say.
Yeah,
Sure.
like co-parenting.
I do. I co-parent better than I co-host with Kyle. I'll tell you that.
Nice.
Also, did you say episode 2?
Yeah. Episode 1. Sorry.
It's episode 1.
You named
So
the
this-
last one. Episode 0.
Because it was a fucking test. It wasn't the finished product. This is smooth and amazing.
Kyle, last episode was already 15 times smoother than today's.
We're not done yet. Listen. Fuck what you heard. Welcome back to Talk and Scrap with Face Off Fight Co. This is episode 1. And today we've got a special guest, the brain behind the designs for Face Off Fight Co. He is a multimedia artist, graphic designer, part-time Catholic apologist, and full-time friend. We've got Edward Catch These Hands, Edward Painter Hands, Edward Mr. Hands, the one and only Edward Felix.
The Edward Mr. Hands is not. It's not an official moniker. I do not accept that.
Feel free to Google Mr. Hands.
Don't do that to any of your 4 viewers. Do not do that.
We are off to a roaring start, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll have you know, this podcast is viewed by dozen of people worldwide.
Hey,
myself included.
for episode 0, like, not that bad for. Like,
It wasn't
people
that
tuning in.
bad. Yeah, no, you guys had some good flow going on. You guys stayed focused and on topic, and it was easy to watch.
I'm going to be honest with you, folks. If you're going to tune in weekly, do not expect us to always stay focused and on topic, because if our text messages are any indicator of how this podcast is going to go eventually, it is going to get off the rails, and off the rails pretty fucking hard.
Also, do not tune in weekly. This podcast comes out every second Tuesday. You
Weekly.
can watch it twice if you'd like. That wouldn't bother me. But
Weekly.
don't look for one.
Weekly.
All right, Ed. First of all, pleasure to have you. Good to see you again.
Thank you for
good to
having
see
me.
you somewhere besides playing Arc Raiders. You working on anything new art-wise? I saw that same tired painting you've been working on for 6 months behind you.
Yeah, it's a pretty generic piece I have going on in the back there. No, right now, what do I have in the works? Funny you mentioned multimedia. So I have been working on a project for a lighting mod for the video game Starfield. It's not a paid endeavor. It's just a hobbyist sort of thing, but I have a little bit of recognition in the modding community on PC with those Bethesda games like Skyrim and Fallout 4. And someone hit me up to help them with a mod. They made, an explorable area for a quest that they have in the works. and they saw my talent with lighting environments and commissioned me to do that. So I've kind of been slowly working on that. So that's really all the only thing I have going on at the moment. Nothing too crazy other than that.
That's dope. So for the six of our 12 fans who are mixed martial arts fans and not inside nerds, can you explain what the mod scene is? Is that anything besides just making all the characters have big juicy tits?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. No, yeah. For any non-nerds, which I would argue that there's probably plenty of nerds in the fight community. But no, basically, a lot of games, especially nowadays, a lot of games on PC you're able to actually make modifications. So basically adding your own scratch-made assets. And certain studios, such as Bethesda Games, who made Skyrim and Fallout and the likes, they make their developing tools available to the public. So it's all the more accessible to actually create your own content and add it to the game, which is a lot of work. But thankfully, there's a lot of resources online for that.
But Bethesda's paying you now, or you're part of their paid team?
I got accepted to their creator program. Basically, it's kind of their way to get the community even more involved. And honestly, from what I've seen, they kind of use it as like a recruiting tool to get, actual talented creators who are producing content and get them on their team. I mean, realistically, I don't know how many people have actually gone from hobbyists to actually employed with their studios, but there's definitely at least, a couple or few that have.
Is this like multi-level marketing for modifications?
Basically, yeah, I guess.
That's dope. You can be your own boss, make a lot of money on the side. Very dope. Can you walk us through the process from... So, again, Ed here has done all of the designs for Face Off Fight Co. Made the font, made all the graphics. It'll usually come with a brainstorming session. Justin will have a good idea. I'll have a sort of idea. And then we'll pitch it to Ed. And then a considerable amount of time will pass. And then I'll get some drafts. So can you talk me through what happens in like the 6 to 8 business weeks between first payment and delivery of those drafts?
Yeah, certainly. No, yeah, you outlined it pretty well. Usually you'll have an idea, and it's funny. I've never met Justin until right now, sorta.
Hi, Ed.
And hi, but you have you've shared his feedback with me, and that's actually always welcome. Not that I've had a great number of clients with different projects, but sometimes I'll produce work for a commission and people just don't have feedback. And I actually hate that because it's like, I don't know if you're satisfied. I don't know if there's something that could be done that's better. So it's definitely very helpful when there's feedback. But yeah, so
Am I the one that gives feedback, Kyle?
I'm sorry?
Am I the one that gives feedback?
You give feedback. My wife's got tons of opinions on stuff.
I feel like
everyone hears.
Yeah, she's the tough nut to crack there.
I bet she does. Yeah.
A lot of times, I won't even send it to you if I think it sucks. Me and Ed will go back and forth before it even sees the group chats. Right now, I'll put on the screen the first sort of prototype for the Face Off logo. I think this fucking sucks. If you guys disagree, let me know. I still paid for it. We'll release it. Ed made it. But if you're into it, let us know in the comments.
Where is it? I want to see it.
Justin, that's an editing trick.
Oh.
I'm gonna put it in there.
Oh,
with my magic.
Excuse fucking me. All of a sudden, he's an incredible editor. That's an editing trick. Motherfucker reads 3 chapters of editing for dummies and comes up with fucking editing tricks.
I'll have you know, I've read like 6 chapters of Digital Marketing for Dummies, so
Yeah, whatever,
we
dude.
in here, bud. We're so up, as the kids say.
Watches one
Whatever, dude.
YouTube video on editing, and all of a sudden he's an editor.
That was an editing trick, Justin. I was sitting on the edge of my seat waiting for a
I
fucking
was too. I was getting hyped.
design that I never saw.
You didn't see the stupid one with like the things with the
With
hands?
the was it
fighting
with
each
the
other?
arms?
They had like the fucking arms.
Maybe I did. Maybe I did. I might have.
Well, that's actually a great point. So now that you've used your editing magic and shown the prototype, that's kind of how the whole process works, especially working closely with the client. You take what they have and you gotta throw something out there, and just kind of brace for impact for their opinion and their critique on it. And basically, it comes down to not being a bitch, and whatever your client says, you just got to roll with it and be like, okay, and listen to their critique and be like, is this a valid critique? Is it not? And if it's not, if the customer doesn't like it, the customer doesn't like it. So that's kind of the process. I think definitely working more closely, you get a more refined version of, closer to the vision, I feel. And obviously, I mean, we've been friends for almost 2 damn decades now, so I think we're pretty straightforward.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eddie and I were roommates back in
Back in
first joined
Nam.
the Marine Corps. Not Nam. Gilbert was in Nam. He sort of had a
Yeah.
mail.
Yeah.
Eddie, anyone who did you say near a decade friends with Kyle?
2 decades.
Yeah, it's been like since we joined the Marine Corps, like 16 and a half years.
Yeah.
That is way too long to be friends with Kyle.
It's way too long.
Christ.
Yeah.
Like, literally, if Kyle and I weren't co-owners of Face Off FICO, we would not be friends.
That'd be very smart. That'd be a smart
I'd probably
move.
like Justin more if we didn't own Face Off FICO together.
That's true. I am a terror to work with. If you ever listen to with my next pick, that basically fell apart because of me. This won't because my frontal lobe is more developed now. But
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
I single-handedly
because
was the
it's-
demise of a relatively successful podcast.
Yes.
I think it's the real reason he wants this one to succeed is his fucking pull-out game is atrocious and kids are expensive. So he's trying to make some money from FOFCO on the side.
he needs something to happen. Yeah.
The second one was on purpose.
50-50. Not bad.
Yeah. And before that, I've never
Shout
even had
out
a
to Lady the
scare.
Accident, I guess. Is that what we're saying?
Whoa, hey. In the famous
That kid's
words
super-
of Bob Ross, she is an extremely happy little accident.
I fuck with that. Shout out.
Hell yeah. Hell
We
yeah.
love Bob Ross. Ed, as someone, like, I've never created anything on the scale like this. Not that Face Off's got a global fucking scale yet. Is it dope to see ideas that started in, like, the deep, black, demented corners of your mind, like, come to life in 3D, have dudes wearing them, see guys at the gym, see training footage, see pictures of fucking Justin and Dana White with your work? Like, is that a dope feeling?
It really is. I don't know if that's a bit of ego, but I think any sort of creator would be lying if they didn't say they got some sort of jolly out of that. And
I mean, Ed,
You know-
literally, your work is all over my body right now. So
I know, like, I've never been on a man like that before. No, but I think definitely the most surreal thing. I mean, I'm not a big fight fan, but obviously I know who the hell Dana White is, and when I saw that picture of Justin next to Dana White with our shit, I was like, whoa, dude, that's a trip.
Shit, I gotta make sure all this stuff clears copyright.
Yeah, I know that too. That was my second thought. I was like, uh-oh.
that was a trip for me too, man. He was actually super cool to meet in person, though. I know
Did he slap
Kyle.
you?
Kyle, what?
Did he slap you?
Well, I'm not his wife, so no.
Fair.
Nice.
He was really cool to meet in person. Like, me and my buddy had just happened to be at a restaurant that he was at before the UFC Boston card, and I mean, we went there because in the looking for a fight, when he said he comes to Boston, he always goes there. But like, we went there because he said it has like the best steak tips, so we were like, yeah, fuck yeah, we'll go get steak tips, and
Hell
Were
yeah.
the steak tips good?
absolutely phenomenal, best I've ever had.
Shout out the fucking restaurant, Justin.
Well, I would if I could remember the name.
That's dope.
I'm gonna find the name and we'll tag it. You know, run this back. Edit,
I'll
edit,
add it.
edit,
Edit it
editing
in.
magic. Editing magic. I'm
Just
actually
dub
gonna.
it.
I'm gonna pull a Jamie right now and find the restaurant name. Pull that up for me, Jamie. Um. So, anyways, we park there. There's like three blacked out Suburbans in the parking lot, and we were like, wait a fucking second, and walk in, sure as shit, like Dana White and like his whole entourage sitting inside, and he was super cool. He actually asked like what Face Off Fight Co was, and I did tell him. Nothing's happened about it since, but you know,
You blew the pitch. Is that what you're telling me?
I don't think I blew the pitch. I think he just didn't give a shit.
That's fair. That's fair. Oh, that's nice, kid. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty
He was
cool.
like, "Yeah, good for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah."
I love
That was
that.
about that.
Uh, Ed, as an artist and martial artist, right? You're, blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Are there any like ways your creativity manifests itself, or how does that overlap? What is the Venn diagram, I guess, of your two hobbies?
Procrastination. Procrastination's at the heart of it.
Fucking deep-seated lack of discipline.
Well, what's how can I maximize my outcome with the least amount of effort?
Have you ever rolled with Kyle?
Yeah, he absolutely creamed me. It was pretty embarrassing.
And you must not be
cream
good
pie.
because
pies.
Kyle sucks.
No, honestly,
You should work on your discipline and get to jiu-jitsu more if Kyle's
yeah.
good.
No, honestly, I wasn't. I hadn't been training hard, and I was hungover. I knew he was coming, and we were gonna train the next morning, but I was like, I'm a drink anyways. But
Yeah.
but no, it was.
I
It's
drink
definitely
when I know
cool.
Kyle's coming.
Yeah, it softens the blow.
Sure. Sure.
I'm not
It
sure
sure
that,
does.
like, it's not getting any better with the words we're using. Edward Mr. Hands, people.
Yep, there you go, Edward Mr. Hands. You heard it here first.
Nah, Kyle's good, so don't hang your hat on that too. Or no, that's not what I wanted to say. Don't hang your head on that.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
As a jiu-jitsu practitioner, what is your favorite sub to go for?
There's this
Meatball.
Ezekiel. There's an Ezekiel choke I do from Side Control with their lapel. I forget what it's called exactly, but yeah, I get him in Side Control. Put my arm under the back of their neck. Take their lapel on the far side, pull it up over their arm, grab that lapel with my hand that's under their head, then take my other arm, grab the lapel, and do like a baseball choke motion. But as I'm sliding my arm over their chest, it creates a ton of pressure. So sometimes I'll get a tap right there. But if they're super stubborn, then I'll just crank it all the way over to get that full baseball choke torque. And then
Baseball bat choke?
yeah, it kind of is. Yeah. It's like a baseball bat
Paper
choke.
cutter?
But you
Yeah.
called it an Ezekiel.
Yeah, I know.
If it's your favorite sub, you should name it.
I don't know.
Doesn't know what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah, no, legit. Like our coach showed us once, and I was like, "That looks really cool." And I tried it, and I kept doing it over and over again, and yeah, it works. But yeah,
All right, Ed, tell the people where they can find you. I'll do the editing magic and put it in the description and stuff.
oh boy, they can find me on YouTube. Art Toots. Is that the website? I forget.
Ed, I love you. You do great work for us. You're fucking bad at this. What is the YouTube?
I forget.
You can't say they can find me on YouTube and then not drop the tag.
Let's see.
Thank God Kyle has so much editing magic.
Oh, Art Toots. Art Toots, yeah. Yeah, there you go. Art Toots.
Art
One
toots
word.
like the fart joke.
Like the fart
You can
joke, yeah.
you can also find him at.
Don't do that. What is wrong with you?
California.
Well, I mean, what, there's like 12, 13 people that will see this?
The suspect list won't be very long.
Yeah, it won't be very big, yeah.
I think this one's gonna at least get to 20.
I got a good feeling about this one's gonna do fucking numbers.
For being a photographer, I'm very ashamed of my camera and lighting quality.
Oh yeah, he's also a photographer.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah,
I probably would have left that part out.
yeah. But yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
He's got a sweet zoom lens and a good view of the park.
Yeah. Oh, no, don't, no. I don't have that.
Oh God.
It fucking took you a minute, huh?
Yeah, it
That was
did take
good
me a
one.
minute.
It fucking jokeception.
I mean, there's no pools by my apartment, so.
All right. Well, proven so far from episode 0 to this episode, nobody is safe. We will trash talk everybody, so that's
Hell
good.
yeah, that's good.
Right on par. Right on par.
That's a good vibe.
Poor Ed literally is like the if Brittany is the heartbeat of our company, Ed's the brain, and Kyle and I kind of are just there, and this kind of turned into a roast session. So Ed, thank you for all you do for us. We
I
appreciate
like to
it.
think
No.
I'm the dick. I'm definitely the dick of the company, like the hog.
That's disgusting. No, thank you guys, and I'm happy to support you through this endeavor as whenever I can.
All right, fight fans. Not a lot of changes to the UFC lineup. The fights are still on. We already covered our picks and predictions in episode 0. So if you missed that, hop out, give that a watch, come back here. The only thing of note is naturally Paramount Plus just bumped their membership rates up right before the first UFC event. Still way fucking cheaper than paying for, what was it, ESPN plus pay-per-view, or being a piece of shit and streaming it illegally.
Yeah, who would do that? So, Cage Titan 75. We got some good news. We got some bad news. Okay. The good news is the card is still stacked. I was actually doing a little bit of research here. Believe it or not, a little bit of prep work, if I may toot my own horn a little bit. So something I didn't know is Dion Rubio is fighting Tom Santos on this card. Tom Santos being the gentleman I believe Miguel last fought, where Miguel broke his hand on his jaw. I'm a huge Dion Rubio fan. Um, Always exciting when he fights at the Hall. So Dion Rubio hasn't fought for 3 years. Fights out of Triforce MMA, staple in Rhode Island, actually where a lot of police officers that I know train as well. But Dion Rubio is a stud. So the last time he fought, I believe, might have been Brendan Marat, who's now in the UFC. 0-2 in the UFC, and he lost to him. But March 15th, 2023, so almost 3 years. He lost TKO in round 2. Dion Rubio is always exciting. I'm excited he's coming back to the Hall. And looking at the card, couple of fights that I was just admittedly unaware of. Andrew Jacobs, Lozon MMA. Always exciting. He's an incredible grappler, judo, like very good judo guy, very good jiu-jitsu, and actually has one of the like crazier knockouts in Cage Titans history, if I'm remembering correctly. Mark McKay, that's one of the boys, so always excited when he fights. And then obviously Drew Arpin, the fights we talked about last week. But the changes are, unfortunately, Andrew Valdina is no longer headlining this card. It is headlined by Cody Davis versus Casey Norton, which we already talked about and broke down. So Valdina's opponent pulled out due to injury. Good, bad, or indifferent. kind of cool now that he gets pushed to the Boston card, which we talked about last week. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that fucking sucks. It sucks a lot. I was super amped to see Andy back in the cage. That's two camps in a row he's gone through without that sweet, sweet release at the end. But if I know Andy, I know he's not slacking off. He's not going to fuck off in this time off. He's just got another camp behind him. So he's going to be that much better when we get him in there at the UFC Boston event. I think this makes the UFC Boston event that much better. And I am relieved that this card is also still going to be fucking super dope.
Yeah, I mean, the bad is we love to watch our guy fight, right? We love to watch Andy fucking mix it up in there. The good is he is now fighting at realistically a larger venue. Um, it may be another step up for him, another notch on his belt as far as getting closer to the UFC, fighting in front of a bigger crowd, gaining exposure. Um, if I like we talked about last week, Andy has literally leveled up every camp he's gone through. So now he's gone through two. It will be essentially three camps before he actually gets in the cage and has a fight. I can only imagine like the level of Andrew the Gladiator Valdina that we're going to see. I, I'm very excited for it. It just sucks we have to wait a bit longer.
Yeah, that's the game. Nothing we can do. Still going to be great. Hoodies are in. Check out the web store. Buy a hoodie. They're fucking dope. All right, talking scrap. This or that. All right, Justin, would you rather be John Jones's lawyer after a hit and run or Dana White's PR guy after he was videotaped slapping the dog shit out of his wife?
Do you see what I mean by Dana White's never going to like us? However, my answer is pretty simple. I would rather be John Jones' lawyer. And the reason is I believe that lawyers can kind of charge what they want, and John Jones has a lot of money. So I would rather try to work for John Jones getting off. Well, okay, wait a minute. Hold on. I
Like
would
an
rather
NFL masseuse?
I would rather help John Jones prove his innocence and charge a lot of money because it would take a lot of hours than just a PR guy who, if I fail, Dana White will just fire me. So
You put a lot more thought into that than I did. That's mature. So for me, it's hard to pick because like you can't really take a moral standpoint on either of them because like if I'm remembering correctly, the hit and run John Jones did was on a pregnant woman, so it's not like you can act all holier than thou and say I won't pick either of them because they're scumbags. I'm probably going where the money's at. I think you're right. You can make a lot more money defending John Jones in court, and this is really the only time I've seen Dana White slap somebody on camera. John Jones has frequent need of a defense lawyer. So if you do a good job, I think you're investing in your own future.
it's an investment for sure.
Faux show.
What about kind of off topic, but what about Gable Stevenson um,
What
choosing
about?
choosing John Jones as his mentor?
I don't know if Gable Stevenson chose John Jones or if John Jones chose Gable Stevenson. All
I'm
right,
just
there's definitely no shortage of people interested in Gable. He's a fucking phenomenal athlete. I think the most impressive part of that uh, KO highlight was him just jumping clear out of the fucking ring. Like, he's an absolute athletic specimen. I'm excited for him to continue this career. I'm not sure if John. I don't know, man. At the end of the day, John Jones is one of the best people at fighting people the world's ever fucking seen. Right? Maybe he's a fucking cheater. He's definitely failed piss tests, loves eye pokes, but he's so fucking good at man beating. Uh, I think it was kind of a no brainer for Gable to try to work with him, especially for someone with a wrestling heavy background. John Jones understands that style of fighting as well.
that's true. I'm really excited to see what that guy does. But I have one for you. would you get with this or would you get with that? Would you rather be the first fight on a main card of a UFC numbered event or the main event of a UFC fight night?
Main event of a fight night.
Why?
UFC is a fight promotion, right? If you win the curtain jerker on a main event, you're not like you're the fucking opener. You're not getting pay-per-view points, which don't exist anymore. They're not going to share any of that Paramount money with the fighters. Winning a main event, I think, will do more for your brand and allow you to negotiate higher for a more marquee fight in the future. What are you thinking?
I think there's more eyes on a numbered event. There's more eyes on a pay-per-view. If you have no life and you like stand the UFC like Kyle and I do, you watch everything, basically every fight that they post. However, the boys just go to Buffalo Wild Wings for the pay-per-views. The people have people over for the pay-per-views. And you know what fight is probably most watched, maybe other than the main event, is probably the first fight on the main card of a pay-per-view.
That's a good fucking point. All right, here's
So
one.
I would choose
Oh,
that.
dope. I'm with you on that one. All right. Would you rather make it to the UFC, have your debut, get absolutely flatlined, get cut the same night, or be a champion in the Power Slap League? I guess
um,
the question is Power Slap legit or is it just fucking brain dead trash?
I think I'd rather be one and done.
100%. 100%. That's not even a difficult question. I couldn't name a single Power Slap person, participant, a Power Slap. What do we call them? Slappers? Are they fighters? Punching bags? What are these people?
Slappers.
CTE recipients?
Would you, so this or that, rather see prime Tony Ferguson versus Khabib, the fight that never happened, or Francis Ngannou versus John Jones,
Oh,
the fight that
fuck.
also never happened?
I was so certain it didn't matter what you said after that. I was picking Tony Ferguson and Khabib, but now you're making me waffle a little bit. I still got to think we got to go with El Kakui and the Eagle because Khabib was so dominant at that time, but before, the change happened with Tony, I think he was the only guy that had a shot to beat him. I'm
What was
going
the
Tony
change?
Ferguson. When his brain turned into cold oatmeal.
So
He
guys,
got
when we do
Antonio
these,
Brown brain.
when we do these this or that's, I would love like we're gonna clip them. Kyle's gonna clip them. Kyle's also gonna post them. Editing magician. Um, I'd love for you guys to let us know in the comments what you think as well, especially if you think it's like a challenging question. Me personally, I think Khabib mops Tony Ferguson like he mopped everybody else. I would rather see John Jones, Francis Ngannou. I think it's a very intriguing fight, especially at heavyweight, where Ngannou can shut your lights out at any time. So it's just very interesting. I really wish we got to see that, and I hope that Dana White throws a bag at both of them to get it on like the White House card or something.
You think he'd do business? All I ever hear is him just talking mad
No,
shit about Francis.
I think Francis Ngannou will never fight for the UFC again, but a man can dream.
I mean, Bones could retire and they could fight somewhere else.
Just not the same. We all know that.
I don't fucking care where they fight. Do it at a fucking Waffle House. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, thank you for coming. You can find us on FOFICO.com, FO_FightCo on Instagram. You can find us at Face Off FICO Talking Scrap on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Music, wherever you get your podcasts. We'd appreciate it if you listen, leave a review, a little 5 star, a little something, little click. Take maybe 3 seconds to do. If we know you personally and you don't do that, I will definitely have some words to say to you at some point. But we'll give you a few weeks, few weeks to get it done. Few episodes. This is episode 1, so we definitely suck right now. It's gonna get better. I already think the flow is a little bit better today than it was episode 0, and sky's the limit because we've been talking about a podcast forever, and once we both get on the same page and really start talking shit, it's gonna get off the rails. We're gonna get canceled. So enjoy us while you have us.